Hey everybody, I know it's been a while since I've done a tutorial. With COVID, it's just been sort of a crazy year, but it's also what makes this tutorial very unique. This talent is being live streamed from a studio 50 miles away directly into my Aximmetry machine at home. I'm doing a real-time key, I'm doing real-time moves, and it's really super simple to set up. And that's what I'd like to do today, is to show you how to bring in remote talent into Aximmetry. The first thing that you will need to do is you'll need to download a program called RTMP Mini Server. RTMP Mini Server. And what that does is it allows you to take an RTMP source and it'll change it to an NDI source. So the machine that's sending you the green screen remote talent, it could be any version of Aximmetry. It can be the free community edition all the way up to the broadcast version. Now, on the receiving end of things, you're going to need a version that has the ability to have an NDI source, and that will either be a professional or broadcast version. But once you download the software, it's super simple to set up. So once again, it's called RTMP Mini Server, and you can get a free download. It's also got a 21-day trial. Like I said, it's super simple to set up. And I've already got it installed here, so let me show you how this works. So this is what the program looks like. Now, there's a couple of different ways of using the RTMP Mini Server. You can use it inside of the facility, your own facility. Let's say, for example, that you want to acquire remote talent, but you want to be in the same building, you just want to be socially distanced. So you can use it on a local network. And on the local network, you have tons of bandwidth to use that. You can also use it like we're using it today on the internet. And there's a couple of different ways you can use that. You can either open some ports on your router and have it directly go to your IP, or you can use their built-in proxy add-on, which I absolutely love. It works great. So I'm going to select a proxy server and I'm going to hit connect. And as soon as I do, you see I have a public address, and we're going to remember that because we're going to have to put that in on our machine that is going to be sending us the content. We also need to remember our stream keys. The cool thing about RTMP Mini Server is you can have up to 8 inputs. It'll convert up to 8 RTMP streams to NDI. Pretty crazy. But we also need to remember our stream keys. And you can either like put in your own stream key, or right now we're just going to use the default. And the default stream key for input number 1 is called stream key 1 ABC. So we're going to use that. We're going to take the public address and our stream key, and we're going to put that into our machine right now that is 50 miles away. So I'm going to go to my remote machine, and we're going to log in remotely here. And there it is. And we're going to log in. And we are going to go full screen. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to launch Aximmetry. So let's launch Aximmetry Composer here. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add a video output source. And so let me show you how to do that. So we're going to go to our device mapper here, and we're going to hit Manage Devices, and we're going to go to RTMP, and I'm going to select that. As soon as I do, I'm going to hit Add, and I'm just going to call this Remote Studio. Okay, and if you look here, here's our stream URL and our stream key. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here to my home machine, and I'm going to copy this public address, go back to the remote machine. I'm going to paste it here. And there it is. And now we're going to take our stream key, which is right here. Our stream key is stream key 1 ABC. And we're going to put that right here. Okay. So I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to hit Apply. Now, as soon as I do, you're going to notice something really cool on the video output. So let me show you that. So I'm going to go to the video output here and look at the very bottom. Look at that. RTMP Remote Studio. So a couple of things is, if you look at my device mapper, my input is going to be Blackmagic Ursa 1080p 2997. So we do want to make sure that our video output is exactly the same. So we're going to go to 1080p 2997. We're going to select this as the sync source. We're going to take it to number 2, and we want everything to be synced to the RTMP Remote Studio. So as soon as I've done that, I can now hit apply, and we're going to start the remote machine of Aximmetry 50 miles away. This stuff still blows my mind. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to hit a new compound here. So there's a new compound. I'm going to look up here for something called Input Streamer. And there it is, Input Streamer right there. Okay, I'm going to take the preview out. As soon as I take the preview out, we should see, there we go. I've got a crash test dummy set up in the studio right now. And so I've got the preview out. I'm going to take the full out, and I'm going to take the audio. Okay. So right now, here's our input streamer. We got all of our outs here. I'm going to go to main. And right now, I'm going to turn on streaming. Okay, so as soon as I turn on streaming, you can see down here, it started streaming to the RTMP Remote Studio. Okay, now I'm going to hide my remote machine. And let's look here at home, and look, sure enough, we've got something coming in on our input number 1. And if we just want to double check to see what that looks like, we can click on this little icon here, and it'll show you which sources are coming in on the different inputs. And like I said, the cool thing is you can have up to 8 sources. So basically, we have our machine 50 miles away that is sending an RTMP stream. Now with RTMP mini server, it's taking that stream and it's converting it to an NDI source. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go inside of Aximmetry and set that up on your receiving machine. So what we're going to do is I've already started a little project here. So I'm going to load this up. First thing you'll see is we need to go to our device mapper and look at our input sources. So I'm going to select this, and look, there is our NDI input, and we want channel 1. So we're going to select that, and we need to make sure our frame rate is matching across the board. So everything we've been doing so far has been 2997 1080p. So we're going to select that. We're going to hit apply. We're going to hit start. And the project's going to load up here. We don't see anything there yet. So what we have to do is we need to go to our billboards, go to our input, make sure we're mapped to number 1. And we're going to turn off our test. And look, there is our live stream that is being sent to us 50 miles away. And the crazy thing is, at any point in time, I can go here, I can do our moves, I can reposition, things like that. This is just really cool to be able to take talent from long distances and send it directly to a workstation. It's pretty crazy. You know, if you need to, give voice commands or anything like that, you could do a FaceTime, you could do a Zoom, but the quality of this stuff coming in is really, really cool. And it really looks great when you're using it on a local network. So I hope this tutorial has helped you on how to use remote talent. As always, if you ever have any questions, I know everybody on the Aximmetry is really active on the Facebook page. And now that we're sort of getting through this COVID, I'm really trying to ramp up some more tutorials for Aximmetry. And I really hope to see and talk to you guys soon. Looking forward to doing some more tutorials with you guys. This is Jamie from Aximmetry, and I'll be talking to you soon.